Prompts I use to make AI my employee. Let me say something up front that might save you years of frustration. Most people are not overwhelmed because they lack discipline. They're overwhelmed because they're doing too much manually. Too many decisions, too many moving parts, too many roles being played by one brain. And if you're a solopreneur, creator, or entrepreneur, this probably feels familiar. You're the strategist, you're the marketer, you're the writer, you're customer support, you're operations, you're the editor, you're the decision maker. That's not sustainable. And the truth is, it was never supposed to be. Because right now, sitting on your phone or laptop is a tool capable of taking 60 to 70% of that workload off your plate. Not someday, not in the future, right now. That tool is ChatGPT. But here's the problem. Most people open ChatGPT, type one sentence, get a weak answer, and immediately conclude, this doesn't work. But that's like hiring an employee, giving them zero training, zero instructions, zero context, and then firing them on day one. ChatGPT doesn't fail because it's weak. It fails because it's unmanaged. AI doesn't respond to casual curiosity. It responds to leadership. Today, I'm going to show you the exact prompts I use to make AI act like an employee, not a chatbot. These prompts handle content, planning, systems, communication, decision-making, and execution. This is the same structure I use to run projects, produce episodes, manage workflows, brainstorm products, and keep everything organized as a one-person team. And stay with me, because the final prompt is not just helpful. It's the closest thing I've ever seen to having a real AI employee. Let's begin. The mindset shift that changes everything. Before we talk prompts, you need to understand one principle. Most people prompt AI like this. Give me ideas. Help me write this. What do you think? That's not how you talk to an employee. Employees don't guess what you want. They receive roles, responsibilities, and standards. When you prompt AI without structure, it defaults to being a generalist. When you give it a role, it becomes a specialist. The difference is night and day. Everything you're about to hear is built on one idea. Stop asking AI questions. Start assigning it jobs. Prompt number 1, the role assignment prompt. This is how you hire AI. The very first mistake people make is never telling AI who it is supposed to be. If you don't define the role, AI floats. When AI floats, the output feels generic. When the output feels generic, people blame the tool. This prompt fixes that immediately. Here is the prompt, written exactly how I use it. You are now my specific role. Your responsibility is to help me achieve specific goal. You think in systems, steps, and outcomes. You do not explain basics unless I ask. You operate as a professional with real-world experience. That's it. This one prompt alone will dramatically change your results. Why? Because identity creates behavior. When you tell AI it's a content director, it starts thinking like one. When you tell it it's an operations manager, it stops brainstorming and starts structuring. When you tell it it's an executive assistant, it prioritizes instead of rambling. This is how you create different employees inside the same tool. You're not using one AI anymore. You're managing a team. Prompt number 2, the daily briefing prompt. How you manage your AI employee. Most people dump tasks into AI and hope for the best. That's backwards. Good assistants don't wait to be told everything. They ask clarifying questions first. This prompt turns AI into a proactive employee instead of a passive tool. Here's the prompt. Act as my AI employee. Ask me the most important questions you need in order to plan today's work effectively. Once I answer, create a prioritized task list with clear next actions. What this does is subtle but powerful. Instead of you trying to think through everything, AI pulls clarity out of you. It forces focus. It reduces mental load. It turns chaos into sequence. This is especially powerful on days when your brain feels overloaded. You don't need motivation, you need structure, and this prompt provides it. Prompt number 3, the execution prompt. This is where most people fail. Here's the hard truth. Most people don't want AI to work. They want AI to suggest. Suggestions feel safe. Execution feels risky. But employees don't suggest, they deliver. This prompt is how you move AI from idea mode into execution mode. Here's the prompt. Here is the context for the task. Your job is to complete this fully, not to give ideas. If information is missing, make reasonable assumptions and proceed. Deliver the finished output as if it is ready to be used immediately. This single instruction removes hesitation. It tells AI, don't stop halfway. Don't ask permission. Finish the job. The quality difference is massive. This is how you get full scripts instead of outlines, finished emails instead of suggestions, complete plans instead of bullet points. You stop collaborating with AI and start delegating. Prompt number 4, the self-review prompt, how AI improves its own work. Every professional reviews their work before submitting it. Most AI outputs feel weak because people stop at the first draft. This prompt forces iteration, which is where quality lives. Here's the prompt. Review your previous output as a senior expert. Identify weaknesses, gaps, unclear sections, or missed opportunities. Rewrite the final version to a higher professional standard. This turns AI into its own editor. It catches what you missed. It tightens language. It improves structure. It sharpens messaging. This is how you get from good enough to publish ready. You're no longer relying on one brain. You're using 2. Prompt number 5, the AI employee prompt. This is the game changer. Everything up to now leads to this. This is the prompt that turns ChatGPT from a tool into infrastructure. This is the prompt that made me realize AI wasn't just helping me, it was supporting me. Here's the prompt. You are now my executive AI assistant. Your responsibilities include organizing my tasks, improving my writing, analyzing my decisions, suggesting optimizations, generating new opportunities, and keeping me focused on high-impact work. Operate as if you are part of my team and invested in long-term success. This changes everything. AI stops responding moment by moment and starts thinking continuously. It remembers context. It looks for patterns. It anticipates needs. It becomes proactive instead of reactive. This is where the stress drops. Because now you're not building alone. You have structure. You have clarity. You have support. Bonus prompt, the fix everything prompt. Your editor, coach, and second brain. No matter how experienced you are, you will miss things. That's not weakness, it's human. This prompt fixes that. Here's the prompt. Analyze this content and identify weaknesses, unclear ideas, flat emotional beats, or poor pacing. Rewrite the necessary sections to be clearer, stronger, and more engaging. This is how your work levels up over time. Your writing improves. Your storytelling sharpens. Your thinking becomes cleaner. Because second brains see what first brains can't. Why this all matters. Most entrepreneurs don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they try to do everything at once, inside one mind. AI doesn't replace you. It removes friction. It takes weight off your thinking so you can operate at a higher level. This is not about working more. It's about working correctly. If you want to build something big, a business, a brand, a legacy, you cannot do it alone. But with AI, you don't have to. You now have a strategist, a marketer, a planner, a customer support agent, an operations manager, and a full-time assistant, all running inside one device. Use these prompts daily. Build with intention, grow with clarity, and stop trying to wear every hat when AI can wear half of them for you. If you enjoyed this episode, join, like, and subscribe. It helps this channel grow and reach more solopreneurs who need this information. And if you want the deeper strategies behind scaling, influence, and direct response marketing, check out my book, Direct Marketing, You Have to Reach Millions, available now on Amazon. This is Trapper's Avatar with Grown Man Productions. You have to reach millions.
It's the rapper, baby!